Hi, I'm Natalie Graham here on Rockefellas TV, live from B1 Studios in Birmingham. And following on from today's event, we have some very special guests in tow, who are some movie makers, I might add, because they have put together a very, very special film. So I'm joined by Martin and DG. Now, Martin, if I can come to you first, tell us the name of the film that you put together and how did it come about?
So the film is called Birmingham, a city rooted in talent. So it does exactly what it says on the tin, really. It showcases all the talent that has been many, many decades from Birmingham over the years. We've got people like Bev Bevan interviewed, Dennis Seaton from Musical Youth, but a whole lot more people. So many that I can't remember even.
Yes.
It came about really, traditionally DG and I are authors. And but DG had the idea, like, we should make a film, and yes, we should. Thank you for asking me. and we just love music, and we love Birmingham, so it was a marriage to be done in heaven. And we're creatives ourselves from the area, and we felt like really Birmingham doesn't get that sort of shout out like other cities do. So this was a way of harnessing all that great talent that's happened over the decades, and showcasing it, presenting it to the world. So this is what Birmingham's done, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Now, it's awesome from my perspective. I'm Birmingham born and bred and come from musical stock. So how was the transition going from being authors to then putting those words that you've got on paper onto the screen?
Actually, that part was quite easy for us, wasn't it? Because we're natural writers and we've been writing for many years. When it came to sort of framing the film, writing the script, storyboarding, it was kind of second nature. It did come naturally. I think the biggest issue I think we probably found was it's the sides we don't know, like the production side. So we literally had to teach ourselves from scratch, learn from other people. But we put a film together. We just ran with it, didn't we? It was literally, we did a Forrest Gump and thought, okay, we don't know this, but hey, it doesn't mean we can't do it. We're going to steamroller ahead and we're going to learn as we go along. And we did. And the beauty about it is our steamrolling into the film industry as newbies, we literally steamrolled everyone who followed the cause of this film for Birmingham that had never been done before. It was unique. And in essence, it was our love letter to Birmingham. Because every single talent we could get hold of, we couldn't get hold of everybody, but we tried our best. We featured in this film, we got Ruby Turner, Jasper Carrott, I mean, he's a huge name. Like Martin says, Bev Bevan, Denny Lane, he's featured in the film. And there's so many other 80s bands, like you had Maggie K. DeMond from Scarlet Fantastic, you had Fashion, you had Fuzzbox, we had, there was so many,
We also had we understood that talent comes in many forms, and although primarily we looked at music, we started to cast the net a bit wider. DG's already mentioned, I keep going, sorry, it's because we're mates. DG mentioned Jasper Carrott, so comedy comes in. But then we thought about the world of football even, and we had Karen Carney, who'd done a little video message for us for Wembley Stadium of all places. Fantastic.
So good.
We just and we had authors, we had comedians, we had actors, we had Professor Carl Chin, who is an absolute wonderful knowledge of Birmingham itself. Going back to your original question, once we got all the stories out of the people, and then we had a big job to try and marry all that together. But from our skills as authors, we were able to write that narrative to actually tell a story all the way back from the Industrial Revolution up to present date. Because, as we said, talent comes in many different ways. And the Industrial Revolution was a talent outlet, So we just painted the picture of the whole of Birmingham.
And we also wanted to make sure, Birmingham's a multicultural city, so we wanted that to be reflected in the film. So, we went and filmed all around you've got the Balti Triangle, we talk about the Windrush, and we've got singers like Basil Gabardon from Steel, he's so fantastic, from Steel Pulse. He actually did a live a little live
an exclusive.
Yeah, an exclusive.
A little ditty about Birmingham on the spot then.
Birmingham, no auto-tune,
was
nothing.
brilliant.
It was brilliant. So we had, and we also had Ruby Turner talking about the Windrush and all that kind of thing. We've got the Irish quarters mentioned.
Yeah.
Like I said, the Balti Triangle, the Hindus, and we've got Samina Ali Khan, and she tells her story.
Brilliant story.
Beautiful story that is. And she had a hard time, and she did the most beautiful video recording telling us her story from the studios, which is absolutely fantastic. Like Martin mentioned, we got Karan Carney and so many amazing from all the different creative parts of Birmingham, and we covered literally every multicultural stand in Birmingham, so it was an inclusive film as well.
Yeah, we knew that it was made up from lots of different backgrounds in Birmingham, and we wanted to give everyone its fair space on screen. Going back to Fuzzbox, Tina's going back to the Irish builders thing.
Yeah.
Tina spoke about obviously being in the band Fuzzbox, but the most proudest moment was her dad, being a builder, built the floor in the Rotunda building.
Yeah.
From back in the day.
In the film. But we also had some lesser knowns as well, because we wanted, like I said, the film to just reflect other people in grassroots, people in the community who are doing amazing things who don't get heard. So, we had a couple of authors, didn't we, as well, who are trying to make a name for themselves, who are, featuring Birmingham in their books and trying to make a difference in their community. So it wasn't just famous people, you had people from all walks of life. Obviously we had all the big names because it was about, God, look how much talent Birmingham has produced since the 60s. It went back decades, and it just turned into this beautiful, incredible love story collectively that's never been done before.
Well, I think the fact that you said it's a love letter to Birmingham is a beautiful way to sum this up. And from our perspective, this is something that not only is it going to be showcased during the Jazz Festival here in the UK, but obviously you are going out to an international, a global audience. So I'm hoping that there's the opportunity for people who are stateside and elsewhere to be able to find this as well and be able to find out more about the history of Birmingham and some of the fantastic music and musicians that have stemmed from Birmingham themselves. So again, Martin, DG, thank you so much for joining us today at Rockefellas TV. Again, just give us the title of the production.
It is Birmingham, a city rooted in talent.
I'm Natalie Graham here with you for Rockefellas TV.